Yeah, because I mean, as soon as you've got Jumpstart and SBA, they've got the money. It's not to go and apply for a project, but they got the money for SBA, because they've maxed out, and then go and pay down the loan. I mean, somewhere it's got to be paid. I'd have to show you. I've been living these programs for over 3 years.
All right. Any other questions for Drew as far as the matrix? Hearing none, we'll keep moving along. Next thing I want to tackle is we're to that point in time on an election of officers, and what we need to do is elect a chair and a vice chair, are kind of the two officer positions that we need as far as the committee goes. So I would open that up for any nominations or thoughts there.
Nominate Gary as chair.
And why don't we start with chair, and then we'll go to vice chair.
I nominate Gary as chair.
Anyone want to second that?
We don't second that. We don't need seconds to nominate.
Okay. Any other nominations from the group? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, nay. All right, there's one done. Let's go on to vice chair. We need to elect a vice chair.
Nominate Linda Seeger as vice chair.
I'd like to nominate myself, because I've been doing a pretty good job.
We have
following through.
Linda and Lisa. Any other nominations? Hearing none, we'll throw those two rings in the hat. And then someone, I'm not used to being on committees where, unfortunately, we have more than one person running. So how do we want to do this vote? I'll open it up to anyone that may have more experience on committees tonight.
I think the bylaws say it has to be a verbal vote.
Is it verbal?
I think so. Let's see.
I can't.
I've been reviewing bylaws and, you know.
That's fine. Go.
Here's our little.
It's on C4. Oh wait, there's more than one C. Hold on. Under 2 C4. And when we get to bylaws, it's something we need to change 5 to 4, because we changed the number of members of the committee.
And by the way, these are
Remind me of that.
one-year terms. Okay, so we have Lisa and Linda. Voting shall be by verbal vote. Chairperson shall request of any voting member when he, that's kind of sad.
Well, that's kind of general.
When he may deem appropriate, call for a vote to be taken by roll. Chairperson may vote, and if so, shall vote last. All right. So let's just go around the table. Lisa, you want to start?
All right. Which are we just going to do one or the other, or both? I cast my vote for myself.
Okay.
Is that how you want to do it?
Yeah, we can either do that or we can do paper ballot.
Well, it's going to be verbal votes.
Whatever
so
you guys want.
Just go around the table.
Okay.
Clockwise or counterclockwise, Mr. Chairman?
You make a choice.
Seeger.
I gotta go last.
Here.
See here?
No, but for Linda too. Not that you haven't been doing a good job.
I didn't hear you.
I said not, I voted for Linda. Not that you haven't been doing a good job.
Okay. So Linda will be vice chair then. Any other discussion on election of officers? And then let's move on to the bylaws. And Lisa, do you say you have something on there?
Yeah, throughout the
I'm sorry, that one thing before I forget that I see, I'm going to get that word "e" changed. So I don't think that's appropriate.
I know, it's, at least I learned that it's kind of standard, it's not.
Yeah, I'm sure this is somewhat boilerplate.
It's kind of the standard, what do you call it?
I'll blame Steve
They
on
don't-
this, didn't he put these together?
Yeah, we can blame Steve, he's not here.
You're the expert on writing and so forth. Isn't that kind of known almost as kind of like a, I don't know how to say it.
Generic or?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't want to use.
It's not usually, you know, I think there's a high percentage of validity to that, but doesn't bother me that it says to that.
Okay, then Lisa, did you have something on here?
Yeah, now that
Girl Scouts all the time.
Corbett reduced the size of the committee from 9 to 7, have we yet reduced the requirement for the number of needed for a quorum or majority of a vote throughout it to 5, to 4?
All right, and that's in C3.
It is, and it is also, let me see here, where it
Throughout the
requires a
whole-
quorum.
We'll need to do it.
Yeah, C3, and then, let's see, what else? Oh, that is the quorum one. There's another,
Then do we need to change that
On the
in
quorum, do we
four
need
also?
a specific number, or do we need a majority of the members present?
Quorum
That
we
would make
need,
it easier if we change the number on the committee again.
yeah, since the committee's been changed to 7, on C3, we'll change, somebody correct me if I'm wrong here, but we'll change that quorum where it says 5, we'll change that to 4. Everybody comfortable with that?
My question was, do we need to have a number there, or do we need just a
Say majority.
majority of the people present for voting?
Oh, are you down in 4 now?
Because a quorum needs to be more than just the majority of those present.
Yeah, we have to have a number in number 3.
All right.
So we're going to change that from 5 to 4. And then we'll go down to number 4 on the voting. And that would be a majority because obviously to have an official vote, the quorum has to be met already.
Right.
So that one we need to strike 5.
so should we maybe say the majority of those attending so that there's not a confusion of the majority of the committee itself?
Yeah, so if we say majority of members in attendance. And then on page 1A, where it says 9-member, we will need to change that to 7.
Okay, and then on page 2, it would be 2A. The second to the last line on 2A, under officers, there's a 5 in there.
That would be 4, yeah.
Okay, so is it 4, or is that again majority of those in attendance?
I'm sorry,
We're in section 2A, officers, in that last sentence of that first paragraph there.
Where's the first one that you changed from the number 5 and 8 before?
That's back under
Chuck, do you
quorum.
know vote for Mayor Pro Tem, of course you guys have to have the quorum, but is it a majority vote of those who are attending, or is it a majority vote of the entire council? Do you have any?
To be very honest, at least at both times, every time we've ever voted for it, everybody was there, and so there was never a legal question.
Right.
I think it's the majority of those that would have been there. Really, it ends up, it had to be 5 votes
Do you want to word it the same way as the other one that, Mike recommended?
Majority in attendance.
Yeah.
Three to three split in that kind of.
Right. All right. I'll go through this one other time. I mean, I see another place on page 3B, subcommittees, first sentence there again, we got that number 5 in there, so a couple times in that first paragraph.
I think it takes that we find that change.
Yeah. Is everybody comfortable with that? Wherever in the document, we'll just make those changes.
Yep. Yes, sir.
5 there.
Have you ever had subcommittees?
No, we don't have.
Okay.
All right, everybody comfortable? We'll get those numbers changed. We'll tackle that. I know Steve has this original document. I don't know if you guys have it or not.
I think we do. I'll have to check, but we do. Okay.
Let me know if you don't, or send me a copy of it. And if you don't, then we'll just get hold of Steve and get it. And then
I think the one we have the draft on it, that one's the draft still.
no, not yet. So we'll just work together and get it to Steve if we need to and get those changes. And so that's updated.